Good morning. I'm going to show you today something new to do with functions. You've seen function machines, okay? You've also seen what we use for functions as well, but in a slightly different context. If you remember graphs, think about the graphs that we've seen, where we've had y, our up and down value, is equal to a function. Something to do with the x value. This is very similar to functions and not the function machines, the ones that we've seen before. So what we've done before is we found values of y when we've been given a value of x. For instance, find y when x equals 6. And that was pretty straightforward, I think. To find that value of y, we replace the x in this equation by 6. So y would have been equal to 6 plus 2, which equals 8. I think that's pretty straightforward, and something that we can remember as well, because it wasn't too long ago that we did graphs. So what we're going to do now is we're going to start bringing in somewhere writing a function without all the function machines, the arrows, the boxes. So what we have here in this equation that I've just used is y is equal to something to do with x plus 2. So what we call this is a function in x. And we write that with usually a letter. Could be f, could be g, could be h, could be k, could be anything really. But what we tend to write is, to begin with, a function f to do with the thing that changes, which is x. X could change, it might not be 6. It could be 8, it could be 10, is equal to x plus 2. Pretty straightforward, I think. In the case where I substituted in the 6, I replaced the 6. Now, looking at this function, if I were to go back to function machines, it's a bit like saying, look, here's my input, whatever the x value is, I'm going to add 2, and then I'm going to have my output. So I substituted in 6. So what I would do, if I was writing this in the new notation, f of x equals x plus 2, instead of writing input equals 6, I would write f of 6, because I'm changing my input, that would be equal to 6 plus 2, which equals 8. Okay, that's it, really, when it comes to functions. You get given, oh blimey, I've knocked this over. You get given your function. If they ask you to find a particular value, and it's normally the number, it is the number inside the bracket, you replace any x value with that number. So I might get given another function. For instance, I might get given the function g of x equals 3x minus 4. And they might ask you to find g of 7. So what I'll do is I'll replace every x value in this function by the number 7. So g of 7 equals 3 times 7 minus 4, which equals 21 take away 4, which equals 17. They might give me another function. For instance, h of x equals x squared plus 3. Find h of minus 2. So we substitute in, for every x value, the minus 2. Now don't forget, this is minus 2 squared. So h of minus 2 all squared plus 3. A minus 2 times a minus 2, minus times a minus makes a plus, so that is 4 plus 3, which equals 7. And that, everybody, is how we use functions with a different notation.